Hey guys, Jared James here. I want to talk to you about the way that we grow our businesses, right? I mean, there's many different ways to grow a business, but there's really always three key ways that you can grow a business, as you can see right here, okay? One of the three ways, you either change the price, next one would be you change the number of clients, or you change the frequency. And there's one on here that I really want to especially cover, or especially really dive into with you, because I think it matters a little bit more. And let's face it, if you're doing this, we have a lot of different people that follow, entrepreneurs, whatever, but especially a lot of real estate people, okay? And so if you're coming from this from a real estate perspective, change the price. There's not a ton of ways unless you change your average price you're working in, which is actually possible in today's world, right? When you look at things like Facebook ads and targeting online and stuff, we can actually target people by income levels, and so we can change the price that way. We can change where we're doing our targeted marketing too. So if you're in our programs and you're using anything like a new listing prospecting letter or anything like that, then you have the ability to actually target specific areas with price range. That's one way that you can grow a business, is just by changing the price that you're working with, right? For other businesses, it would be actually hiring your prices, right? I mean, or raising your prices. I mean, if you sell a sandwich, instead of selling it for $2, $2.50, you see where I'm going. The next way here is you can actually change the number of clients. And that is done by actually getting in front of more people, or as I call it, getting it more at bats, getting more opportunities. We do that with our marketing program. You can do that with more marketing. You can do that with more prospecting. You can do that with just about anything but staring at your phone and hoping it rings. You can actually change the number of clients. Another way to grow your business. The last way here is actually changing the frequency, which is how often people are going to purchase, okay? Now, this is something where if you're looking at this from a real estate perspective, this is something that's happening all the time. You know, I always quote that stat from NAR that says 89% of all people say that they want to or they will use their agent again, and yet only 11% do. Okay, so that's a huge difference, obviously, right there. One of the ways that we change our frequency is simply by staying in touch with the people that we're already working with so they never work with someone else again, okay? So there's many different ways you do that. You do that through your hour of power, making sure you're touching base with your database. You can use that. You can use things like the Power Editor within Facebook, and you can actually target your database, give away $5 free gift cards to Starbucks and other places like that, staying in touch with them. There's many different ways that we can change that frequency just by keeping the people we're already working with to get them to continue to work with us, okay? If you're in another business and we talk about changing frequency, really just staying in touch again. Many times they need things before they're actually done, and so when you stay in touch, now they're ready to purchase again. People are willing to, if you're in a financial advisor or something like that, people are more willing to invest, more willing to put into their IRA, more willing to do these things when you're staying in touch. Basically what I'm telling you is the greatest way to change the frequency in many cases is you just changing the frequency and that you actually stay in touch with them, okay? Now, last way to grow a business here, one of my favorite ways, kind of the bonus down here, you change your ask. You know, I say to people all the time, if you had a homeless person sitting on a corner and instead of saying, hey, you got any spare change, said, hey, do you have a $100 bill? Do you really think at the end of the day he wouldn't make more money? Of course he would, because the ask will have changed. It changes your expectation. It's the reason why when you go to a store and you go there with the intention of buying a 32-inch screen television, you show up and there's a 65-inch there. It's because they know that maybe you're not going to buy the 65-inch, but you might move up to a 40 or a 42-inch or something like that. And so you want to keep those kinds of things in mind, okay? When you talk about changing your ask, what about when you're going to a listing appointment, rather than saying 5%, asking for 6%, rather than saying, hey, Saturday at 9 a.m., let's go look at a house, you change your ask and you say, are you available today at 4? And ask them to leave work or come on their lunch today. One of the greatest things you can do within your business is obviously these three things we've talked about. Change your price, change the number of clients, change your frequency. But one of the greatest things you can do is actually learning to change your ask. Because when you ask different questions, you get different answers. Okay, guys? Guys, I hope we're connected. If you'd enjoyed this, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel here so you can get more free stuff for you. Make sure we're connected. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, these kinds of places, guys. I hope I get to meet a lot of you in person soon. Have a great day. I'll talk to you soon.